Chill out, Ruby. I'll take care of you in a little bit. That's my cat gang. All right. We're back at it. We're back at it. We're back at it. I don't think I'm going to go live on Facebook. I don't get any love. Let's do that. There we go. Sums up with Discord. Ruby, chill. So, man, we went over. We covered a lot last night. Tried to jump onto a debate, but it just wasn't. It just wasn't given. It just wasn't given what I think we needed. And I noticed that another one of a member of the God Logic team looks like he's live. We tried to explore, TikTok and things like that, but we got to grow the page first before we can go live on that or Instagram. So, we'll just be inching along, but until then, we'll just be sharing the knowledge and the information. So let's run this intro real quick. And Mikey, welcome in. Here while I rock the baby. Very good, very good. We'll keep it down so the young one can get some sleep. But let's get into it. Alrighty. So I kind of want to just dive into this. Let me see where this guy is right now with this. He's pretty good. His patience is a lot thinner than God Logic, but let me see what they're talking about.
That prophet. That's it. I believe with that. I read in the Quran, I read in the Hadith. I have total submission for that.
How does that prove that he's a seal of the prophets, though? That's what I'm not understanding.
Because after Prophet Muhammad, there is not any other messenger of Allah. If there is, I don't know whether you have it or you know it. I don't know.
Yeah,
how is that proving that he's a seal of the prophets?
His thing he's been proved to me that Muhammad is the seal of the prophets, meaning like, prove to me he's the final prophet. So it's he's real good with this argument. So I know he's about to just tear some people apart. Let's check this out.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. My God, bro. Let me read some super chats real quick. We have Trace. What is this? Tracer Eraser.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna sit here and listen to him read his super chats, but I haven't really gone over Shibubudo. Oh yeah, that's right. Dang. Can you just take it down there? Just take it. Can you just walk it down there? I can't. Yeah, that's fine, babe. That's fine. Anyway, he's reading super chats, but I haven't really done the dive in too much on the seal of the prophets thing. I mean, it's pretty much the Islamic dilemma anyway, because obviously he doesn't um, fall in line with what the previous prophets told. But yeah, let's see if he's back on topic.
Brother, how are you?
Wa alaikum salam.
Yep, perfect timing.
Shukran li su'alak. Are you a Muslim?
I am a Muslim, yes,
Okay,
but I
alhamdulillah.
might not be. Yeah, but I might not be the kind of majority Muslims. Sorry to say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well,
Yeah,
well,
but this is
mhm.
this is a very interesting topic. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I mean, what do you think about it? Maybe we can have a normal conversation.
Yeah.
What do you think about the topic? With you being like a kind of Muslim, do you think that Muhammad is the seal of the prophets?
Yeah, very good question. I think this is a one of the biggest questions that Muslims need to answer. Let me illustrate two dimensions
So
about
yes or
the
no
nature
question. We're
of
already
Muhammad.
starting
First,
off
from the
wild here.
angle of the Quran and the principles of nature.
Well, hold
Five
on,
time,
hold on a second.
yeah,
Before you go,
yeah,
before you go, just
uh-huh,
because there's other people requesting too, and I don't
uh-huh,
want to, turn this into a super long thing. I
sure,
just need a succinct answer or a reason as to why Muhammad is the seal of the prophet. So, like for instance, they can
sure.
be because the Quran is miraculous,
Mhm.
because he did X, Y, and Z, because of prop. Like why do you think he's the seal of the prophets? I'm just curious.
Okay, good. Briefly, yeah, thank you very much for the timing. I promise I will be brief. So, from
All right,
the
let's see.
From the Quran, what I have learned, 5 times the word Muhammad appears in the Quran. 5 times, 4 times in the chapters, and 1 time in the name of the chapter.
Okay.
Based on my analysis, not a single instance the word Muhammad referring to the person that we read in Sahih al-Bukhari in other hadith books. So not a single one of them. And then when we look at the character Uswatun Hasanah that described or attributed to the Prophet, Uswatun Hasana in the Quran are
Like
not aligned with the character or the person that we read in the Hadith.
I'm talking about
The character of the
his
Prophet,
deeds.
his deed, and the way he acts and the way he treats people. So between Uswatun Hasana
What?
and the temperament of the Prophet that
All right, let's let him finish.
described in Hadith are diametrically opposed. They're
So
completely different.
so you're saying في موجود اختلاف من القرآن والحديث صح؟ So you're saying that there's differences between the Quran and the Hadith?
Yes, this is my analysis. I mean, people can do their own research and
Okay,
reread.
so okay, wait.
Yeah.
So if that is the case, then how does that answer my question? Like, how does that
So
prove that Muhammad is? If there's contradictions between the Quran and the Hadith, okay, so what? But how does that answer why Muhammad is the seal of the prophets?
well, that's what I'm getting to that.
Okay.
So the claim, the seal of the prophet, is not. You cannot substantiate that because in nature, the claim,
pretty cool.
the
He's-
seal of the prophet, conflicting with the principle.
I mean, this guy's saying a bunch of nothing.
So,
I mean,
that's
we
the
know
word
that
I'm
what he's
trying
going
to
to say
get
is
at.
going to be a lie.
And then
But it's
saying
cool.
that he's
I
conflicting
think
with
he's
the
on
principles of
TikTok,
nature. What do you mean?
correct.
and he's
Yes.
got his
So when Allah, let's
his
say when
phone
Allah
mirrored.
making a seal of the prophet, that
That's pretty cool.
claim that will make Allah conflicting with himself how this nature works. So it's
That's
a whole
pretty cool.
other we can discuss about this in depth. But briefly, when the Muslims claim or understanding of the Quran making uswat the khataman nabi to translate as the seal of the prophet, that is I think that translation is an error. Need to be recalibrate that phrase. So now let me on the second
Why
part.
Okay,
do you
wait,
have-
hold on. Let's
why do
stay
you have
here. You
errors and
said
things
that the
that need to be
phrase is
recalibrated in your
ghalat, that is
text?
wrong. On what authority or on what basis are you saying that that's wrong for the Quran to say in that way?
It's not the Quran. Let me be clear. In the understanding So Wakhataman Nabi, that's not mean doesn't mean the seal of the prophet.
Okay.
So I don't want to get into it.
Hold on, wait
Yeah.
a second.
So
But if you're saying that ma'ana a, what does it mean then?
right, but I don't want to. That's going to be another discussion. It can be
No,
very
dude,
long. But
that's the topic. You're saying that, bro. Look, okay.
yeah, if I could have a few minutes, let me
I've given you a bunch of time, bro. So is Muhammad the seal of the prophets? Yes or no? And if he is, I need you to give me a reason why he is.
Well, that's why I need to give you a reason. If you could, let me illustrate
Yes
first.
or no,
So
and then the
I
reason.
just described what the Quran, what I have read in the Quran, and then from the Hadith describe the figure in the Hadith is a fictional figure. So Muhammad described in the Hadith is not an actual person, but is a personified and a fictional character. All right, so that's
Giving
from the
trouble
Hadith.
to my cat. My cat's tripping on this.
لينا مشوارنا طويل خد بإيدينا امشي معانا ما تسيبناش وحدنا جايين من فضلك خليك ويارنا. Yeah, bro, like come on, bro. Like I have to start singing in order to like stay sane up here. Like this is crazy.
Hey, salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Hmm.
Are you a Muslim, my friend?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
That's what it
Okay,
was sounding
maybe
like.
we can have a normal conversation with you.
Absolutely.
Okay, mashallah. Muhammad, according to me, is not the seal of the prophets. Now, I mean, I get that as a Muslim, you would say
End
that
of
he is.
prophethood, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm asking, why do you believe that Muhammad is the seal of the prophets?
Because Allah says in Quran, just like the other guy was talking about that ayah, that he was about to misinterpret and try to, put his own meaning there, but Khatamin Nabiyyin, that's what it means.
Right.
End of the messengerhood, the prophethood.
Okay, that's good. So let's start here. Let's just stay here for a minute. So prophets is plural. So if it's plural, then that means that
Prophets.
Exactly. So that means
he's
that
gonna
the
say he
prophets
has
that
to be
came
in
before
line.
him, Muhammad must be in line with those prophets. Okay. I understand that, and I'll be charitable. I understand that there may be different covenants, there may be different, but as far as like theology, as far as the character of God, they would have to agree with each other, correct?
The
Yeah,
covenant of all prophets is one. La ilaha illallah.
Okay, I
There's
know.
none worthy of
my house, buddy.
Okay. Dogs are haram, sah?
So behave. Just behave. Just
Okay,
behave.
yeah.
I had to fast forward.
Okay, I got you. That's
where that
funny.
was
Okay,
going.
I get that to you. Okay. All right, so let's start over. Okay. Can you give me a reason why I should believe that Muhammad is the seal of the prophets?
If I were to give you a reason, no matter what I say, would you ever accept it? Or is your intention to bring people to your belief?
I haven't preached Christianity not once since I've been up here.
Okay, cool.
But hold on, wait. Here's what I'll say. I'm being genuine, okay? I'll give you like a little 20-second backstory on me. I've read the Quran twice, front to back, Surah Al-Fatiha all the way to Surah An-Nas. I actually did genuinely want to understand what the Quran was saying. Not necessarily for the intentions
perfect,
of
Mikey.
converting, but just so I'd have a better understanding. I kind of grew up, spent a lot of time with Muslims. So in order to understand their particular positions, I had to read it. So there was a couple of things that I did notice when I read the Quran that were strange to me. One of the things is this particular question. So whenever we're trying to understand if something is true,
Discord is tripping.
we look to see if it's more plausible, if it's more reasonable to believe. So here's the question I'm asking you. Why is it more reasonable to believe that Muhammad is the seal of the prophets as opposed to him not being the seal of the prophets?
The message is simple.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer this in two ways.
Go to team one.
My first way,
you're in the AFK.
The first way I'm gonna say is because I've been chimed into the live a little bit. Now, I noticed you tried to, be clever with your Arabi that you're reading, and I want to say it's Tajweed or whatever, probably.
I'm not trying to be clever.
Let me see.
But the guy with the black dog didn't press you on what does the word. Do you know what the word wajahada means?
Mic check.
Yeah, found it.
Mic check.
So
maybe it's
this is where you saying you want to be genuine. Okay, so if I can prove that Muhammad is the seal by proving somebody has to lie on him in order to make him not the seal, that should be a proof right there. Because you tried to make it seem like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was saying he found, or that the sun itself sets in this way. When, if you understand the Arabic like you were clearly speaking,
there we go. Can you hear me?
You know what the guy was trying to say with the black dog.
Perfect. Yep.
He found it that way. That from his perception. From our perception, the earth is flat. So Allah can say something.
Let me stop you here. Hold on. Let's stop here. When it says found it, what did he find?
The sun setting as if it were. He found
setting.
Oh, okay, looks like we're dealing with the sun setting in murky water.
Setting as if.
We're welcome
back to the verse.
Miggity co-hosting with us, everybody, as we listen to the breakdown of Islam from the Abdul.
Setting in a spring.
How's it going, everybody? Glad to be here.
Dark mud. Sovereign, if you leave the screen, I can't hear you, bro.
Yeah,
don't just say Abdul to make fun. Abdul means slave
it's
to
like
Allah.
saying I saw the sun come up from the sea.
So we're not making
he
fun.
Found it setting from
when
the
we
sea.
call them Abdul.
When you go seaside, you can find the sun setting from the sea.
Oh, really?
So, well, yeah, it appears to be setting from the sea. Yes.
Okay. Did you read the next? Hold on a second.
Setting from the sea. That's not what the Arabic says.
Because you're saying when he found it that it wasn't he literally found it, right? It was like metaphorical.
Well, what I'm saying is, if being genuine,
you know that Allah is the setting place
Allah is not
of the
telling
sun.
you what the sun does.
No, I know.
Allah is telling
I found
you
it setting in a spring of black, muddy
I got
water.
you. So you're saying that he just perceived it to be that way, that he didn't really like when it says he found it, it was like metaphorically finding it, like how you see the sun setting. Hold on, listen to me. Listen, like how you see the sun. So when it says he found it, it's not that he actually found like the sun setting there. It just appeared that way.
So when you and I go outside, it appears to us that the earth is flat with mountains, right?
Bro, I got you. I'm asking. Just you don't have to repeat it. I'm just asking. Am I getting that correct? You're saying that he didn't actually find the sun setting in water. It just appeared that way. Right.
So no, what I'm saying is that Allah is not saying that the sun sets from the water, the murky water. Allah is saying that when the person, Dhul Qarnayn, saw when he got to that place, the sun was setting up from the murky water.
Okay, good. I got you.
But the sun,
next clause,
Mikey, did you hear that?
Refutes that.
The sun was setting up from the murky water.
This is something else.
And I swear, I'm not trying to make fun, but it's like a huge portion of your brain has to be shut off.
Hold on a second. I mean, I don't know why you're laughing.
In order to like go for
if
this.
the idea of him finding it setting in a pool of water is not really him finding it setting in a pool of water, then he didn't really see people near it either, because it says that he found people near it as well.
So wait a minute. Are we gonna just act
there were
like
people there?
We don't understand a narrator who's narrating a story saying he saw the sun setting over by the ocean or whatever, the murky water, and next to wherever he came, where he found that sun setting, there was a people living in that area.
Bro, this is your argument, dude. This is not. Look, I'm just repeating what you said. Look, let's do this because this is just getting dumb.
And
I'm low-key starting to get tired.
My whole point of that is if you have to twist what the meaning is, knowing intellectually what it's saying.
Am I twisting it? Am I twisting it, or are you twisting it?
I mean, I don't think whether it's Allah, whether it's Muhammad Sallallahu, whether it's you, whether it's me, nobody in the world.
So Muhammad didn't say the same thing?
He sure did.
Nobody in the world has ever said the sun sets on the earth.
So Muhammad didn't say the same thing? You know it's a trap, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop, but people are gonna say, "Oh, he runs," but I'm gonna drop because, like you said, I'm getting tired. It's like,
you know, it's a trap. If you answer no, you know I'm trapping you because Muhammad said the same thing, bro.
No, because it's not a trap.
I'm trapping you because I know you're going to be dishonest.
No, I understand that's what you think, but what I'm saying is I'm gonna remove myself from the conversation. I don't want you or anybody's to. I mean, I know you Christians like to laugh and have your make jokes out of this stuff, but I'm gonna remove myself because I don't want to feel like I'm having to engage in something where it's intellectually dishonest. Okay. And so it's not right.
Okay, look, let's do this. Let's drop this. Let's start over again. I mean, I like you. Like actually, you a cool dude. I like you. Out of all the guests we had today, you the coolest one. You remind me of this dude I used to know from Philly.
I appreciate it.
All right, let's do this.
One last round. I'll just answer whatever you want. So let's go.
Okay. Well, no, I'm gonna allow you to ask me. Why don't you believe Christianity is true?
There we go.
You want me to ask you that, or you're asking me why?
No, I'm asking you. Like, why don't you?
I was born because I was born a Christian. I was raised in the church, and for me, the Ten Commandments, and people say what they want. I'm not here to be in the. I'm in the comments when I hear, people being disrespectful. But I go to Jewish pages, I go to Christian pages, and it's so refreshing for me to get to a page that's not attacking Islam in order to preach their own message. So I know there's people while I'm about to say this, about to do all their attacks. Hey, I'm not here for that. Whatever, y'all do that low IQ stuff. Check it out. I was born a Christian. Okay, I was raised in the Christian church. For me, looking at the Ten Commandments, it says the Lord your God is one. And people try to say, this or that, but it says this: the Lord your God is one. And so for me, I can never understand how we came to the New Testament and we got 3 out of what the 10 Commandments, the basic laws that are supposed to be the absolute 10
You were raised in the church.
Out of what that said, how we got 3
out of it was entities. You're lying. This man is
okay. The word.
So that's why.
Okay.
He's lying.
So basically, you're saying that the Trinity doesn't make any sense.
I'm saying no. I'm not make any sense. That could be something we could talk about because there's people who I hear arguments that sound pretty nice. Right, it could be ice, water, and like oxygen.
No, that's modalism, Habibi. That's heresy.
No, but I'm saying, but some people use this from the Christian paradigm. I'm not going to I'm not going to attack fear those people because they use that as their. I'm saying there's ways that you could logically frame it, but what I'm saying is from the basic of monotheism and the monotheism I was raised upon, the Christianity that I was raised to believe. We get the 10 Commandments, and that is God is one.
And
so
that
later
verse,
on, I don't understand.
In that verse you're talking about is Deuteronomy 6:4, right?
Okay.
No, I'm asking.
Better, you know more than me, sure.
Is that the verse?
You know better than me.
All right, let's go to
You know better than me.
No, it's cool.
Yep.
Let's go to it real quick. And I'm pretty sure that you know the verse in the Quran that says Qul huwallahu ahad, right?
Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad.
Okay, mashallah.
Lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad.
What's up together?
This fool is not born and raised no Christian.
Deuteronomy 6:4, and I'll read it. Hear, O Israel, let me put it on the screen for the people on YouTube. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Now, if we go to the Hebrew, I don't speak Hebrew. I'm going to butcher this. Sama Israel, Yahweh, Eloheinu Yahweh, Echad. That word Echad, what do you think that means?
I don't understand Hebrew.
What do you think Qul huwallahu ahad means? What is ahad?
Say one.
One, okay. So what do you think the word Echad means in Hebrew?
Oh, okay. So yeah, sister language. So it probably means the same thing.
Okay. If you go to Genesis 2:24, and I'm going to read this. Maybe you've never heard this before. So I'm being charitable to you because, like I said, maybe because we start off on the wrong foot. Like we make jokes with each. It's all good, bro. But now I'm actually being a little serious. Okay. Genesis 2:24. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. You know what the Hebrew word there is in this verse in Genesis 2:24 is?
Since you're asking me, I suppose it's the Hebrew ahad.
Yeah, echad. There's another verse as well. Hold on, let me pull it up, and I want you to see how this word is used. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. It's in the tower.
Showing him how, even though they're one, it's multiple.
The people.
Well played, sir.
Yo, low IQ is like it's rampant on TikTok. Like the comment sections, it's crazy.
Bro, it's okay.
You left Christianity to watch.
Just ignore the comments for a second. Let me go to.
I mean, that's also true. You have to.
Bible.
I think you have to like sniff water 3 times or splash water up
Genesis
3
11.
times. Otherwise, Satan's going to sleep in your nostrils. Or
one language.
There's another one. I think you have to say a certain prayer or something when having sex with your wife. Otherwise, he's going to wrap himself around your penis and have sex with your wife instead. There's a few just like insane ones.
Behold, they are one. Okay. Genesis 11 verse 6, I believe it is.
A lot of them like to have to do with sex.
Let's go to it.
Look at your wife's.
And I'm just taking you through this so you can understand.
Be blind.
Genesis 11.
Like another thing, it'll be mute. Like it's.
Genesis
like Muhammad
11.
He was something else.
Verse 6. I believe this is it. Yep. All right. So let me put this back on the screen so you can see it. Those of you guys on YouTube. So this is Genesis 11 verse 6, right? So this is the Tower of Babel. Maybe you've heard this story growing up in Sunday school or whatever, the whole situation where they tried to build that big tower
to cook
to the heavens, and God came down and confused their language. Well, in verse 6, God says, and Yahweh said, indeed, the people are one, and their language is one. They have all, and this they have begun to do, and nothing will be withheld for them. Did you know that the same word in this verse for that the people together are one is echad as well? It's the same word.
Same word.
So
this goes back to prove the Trinity. How?
Well, because here's the question. If God is one as you say he is, then why would he use a word that's translated as a multi-personal word? He could have used the word yachid, which is one singular as like a number, but echad in the Bible, in the Hebrew, can also be translated as multi-personal. So here's the question: if God was if God was as clear as you believe him to be, why would he use a word that's a plurality singular instead of just a singular word?
Mm-hmm.
In this case, in the way the word is being used there, then you get into that this ahad from the Hebrew version. And if you're gonna compare it to the Islamic aspect of it, you're imposing it on the Islamic aspect. In this case, then why not be Hindu? The ones don't stop basically. So this is kind of like a moot argument because the ones don't stop really.
Well, no, the reason why I went to the Hebrew
with a billion.
No, like I understand what you're saying. The reason I went to the Hebrew, the reason I went to the Bible is because you quoted Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. But the Hebrew word used in Deuteronomy 6:4 is echad. And it's the same word that's used all throughout the Torah and the Tanakh.
No, he gets that, but now he's saying
a plurality.
We're like Hindus now,
not just a singular as you understand
like
it. So what I'm basically saying is maybe you left Christianity on false pretenses. You might have wanted to have done a little bit more research on that. So, I mean,
I don't think he was ever Christian.
I don't know, bro. Like, have you ever looked into this? Like, have you ever heard this before?
I mean, if you have to, let me not try to make this. if
don't manifest.
the translation is not saying what the English is saying, if rather the meaning is not saying what the translation is, because there's never been a claim like the Islamic claim where we say, the Quran is Arabic and you can only get the meaning. There's no such thing for the Bible.
What?
If you're off the screen, Sovereign, I can't hear you.
I said unless I'm sorry. I said okay. Unless the Bible or unless the scholars or historians of the Bible is trying to say like the Muslims say, the translation is just the meaning of, then I can say that. But I don't know of anybody who says that the English translation of the Bible is something that you can't hold to a firing stick or whatever you want to say.
Give me 1 second. Sasuke, I see you in the chat. Give me 1 second. Give me like 5 more minutes with this guy because we're actually building. Sovereign, so I mean, you said that you left Christianity and obviously you became a Muslim, but one of the reasons you gave as to why Christianity
the Ten Commandments
is you quoted Deuteronomy 6:4.
And
I just showed you that Deuteronomy 6:4, the verse you quoted, doesn't even line up with the Islamic idea of one God.
And by that, what you mean is to say that
also Swallow and son was born in the U.S., born in the Christian church, would convert to Islam and learn Arabic.
Well, I'm saying that according to the Torah, the idea of
and then hear these stories and try and justify it.
According to the Quran, is different.
To try and make sense of the sun setting in a pool of murky water.
And by that, exactly. And so by that, you're saying that Deuteronomy 6 is actually implying the Lord your God is one, but in multiples.
Yeah, I'm applying that according to Deuteronomy 6:4. There's a multiplicity within God, and we get this not just from this verse. We get it from many different verses in the Quran, in the Bible.
And how do we? And my question challenge to that is, how then do we? If we take that for the sake of the argument, how do we know to stop at 3? How do we not become Hindu?
Well,
what does the Bible provide to us to stop us at 3?
The Father,
we believe in divine
Son,
revelation like you do. And we believe that what's been revealed in the scriptures is that God exists as Father, Son, Holy Spirit. He doesn't exist as Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and then a fourth and a fifth,
etc.
So, I mean, that's just what we've been told according to the scripture, and that's okay. But that's not answering the question as to, okay, if you're leaving Christianity on the pretense that, okay, well, this idea of one God, Well,
I can tell you right now, I could come back if you can explain to me how do we stop. If your frame, I could come back to Christianity right now. If you gave me something sincere about how does that verse stop us at 3, you said, okay, it tells us through this and that. But if we say that, then that same word you're saying the words that you're saying, that the Deuteronomy in the Hebrew, if we're going back to the original language, and I don't speak Hebrew, but I've heard many people who do understand it. Look at for example, Jesus says to the disciples, you will become one with me as I and the Father are one. So now how do we not have 15 gods? So
that verse,
we learned that through the scripture.
The fulfillment of that verse in John, because you're quoting John 17. The fulfillment of that verse takes place in the book of Acts. He says that just as we are one, they will be one. And then you see in the book of Acts that it says that they were of one accord and they lacked nothing. So Jesus's high priestly prayer is not that they will become God, is that as the Father and the Son are one, as he says in John chapter 10, the church will be one. Do you want me to show that to you?
Got it. Oh, no, you can show. Yeah, please, go ahead. But this is what I mean by it becomes gymnastics, right? Because if that's the case, it becomes we have to jump to the next meaning, which is
you have to jump. I don't have to jump. You have to jump. I just explained to you what it means.
I got it. But the Bible jumps because then Jesus also kind of rejects him being actually one with God as a supreme deity. Where he says the Father,
where does he say
you are the only true God?
Where does he say
he separates himself?
Okay, so show me, where does he say that him and the Father are not one?
He says, I can do nothing of my own except what the Father allows.
No.
That's not.
He says, I can do nothing. I'm going to tell you what he says. He says, I can do nothing of my own. For whatever I see the Father do, that I also do. Here's a question for you. If Jesus is if Jesus is just a mere prophet, how can he do exactly what the Father does?
He can only do what he sees the Father doing.
If the disciples are merely
only do what he sees the Father
Jesus, you see what I'm saying?
Your phone broke up a little bit. You said what?
I said if the disciples are merely disciples, how can they be in the same one accord with Jesus and the Father? It's the same.
No, you're
just going on the same road.
Hold on. Let's just go to the verse. John 17.
And you know what? And I'll tell you, I don't know if you ever watched Speaker's Corner, something in London.
I have.
Okay, maybe it sounds like you haven't. So Speaker's Corner, there's this guy there named Muhammad Hijab. And he debates a lot of people, a lot of Christians. Okay, so like I first learned about him like in 2018 before becoming Muslim was popular, before all the Christian hate and all of a sudden all the Christians want to be like ultra Christian. Before all that, I was watching this guy and I never saw a Christian like win the debate. And like I'm not saying I'm winning this between you and I, but when you basically, so I don't know if you know in school, like in college, when I was in college, we kind of learned the empathetic position of academic validity, saying basically like your position is not valid, but let me tell you why. What you're basically saying is my position isn't valid, but you don't give me a reason actually why or how. How is it that Jesus is separating himself from God, but then and then you go back to, oh, well, Jesus and God are in one, the Father in one accord. Well, then why aren't the disciples still following in that same line of the language, also in one accord still? I don't understand that. It's like you're saying my position is invalid. You're ignoring it.
Hold on, I'm bringing this verse so I think it's in Acts 4, actually. Give me a second.
Muhammad Hijab has never lost against a Christian. I can tell you that for sure.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
He wouldn't dare. He wouldn't dare go against Christian Prince. He wouldn't dare.
No else. You're finished.
Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to show you these two verses. I'm going to show how you misinterpreted it. Okay. And then after that, I'm going to move on. I'm going to let this. Yeah, it's okay. And then I'm going to let this guy up. His name is Suzuki. He's probably say what we say so that afterwards you can say, okay, well, you know what? It's probably not a good argument. There's better arguments that I can use against Christianity than this one. So just listen to what I'm getting ready to say and then take it and then come back, bro. Okay. This is John chapter 17. And this is the verse you're talking about. It says, I do not, so this is verse 20 through 22. I do not ask for these things only, but also for those who will believe in me through their word, that they may be all one. Notice what he says here, just as you, Father, are in me and I in you, that they also may be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. So it's going to be something visible. It's going to be something that it's tangible, that people can see, to know that Christ is Lord. Mm-hmm. He says, the glory that you have given me, I have given to them. And he explains what he means by that they may be one, even as we are one. So he's not saying that they're going to be one, like the Father is one with the Son as God, but that as they are one, and this actually helps your understanding of John 5 when Jesus says, I can do nothing of my own, for whatever it is I see the Father do, I myself do. That proves that the Father and the Son are inseparable as the one God, because everything the Father does, the Son likewise has to do, and vice versa. But obviously when Jesus says this, he doesn't mean that we're going to be God. He's just meaning that the glory that's given to us as the church is going to be that nobody does anything aside from the other. Right. Just as the Father doesn't do anything aside from the Son, the church is not going to do anything opposing itself. How do we know this? Because this is also called the high priestly prayer. How do we know this? Because we see the fulfillment of it in Acts chapter 4. I'm going to read this for you, okay? You can read about this in Acts 2, but also specifically in Acts 4, verse 32. It says, now the full number of those who believed were of one heart and soul. And no one said that any of the things that belonged to him was his own, but they had everything in common. And with great power, the apostles were given their testimony to the resurrection of the Lord Jesus, and great grace was upon them all. There was not any need person among them, for although they were owners of land, they sold them, brought all the proceeds and was sold and laid them at the apostles' feet and were distributed to each as they need. So you see the high priestly prayer is answered here in Acts chapter 4. They were one. They lacked nothing. Every single thing. In the ways that the Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit move as one, the church moved as one, and we see the fulfillment of the prayer here in Acts 4. So this is just what I'll say to you, man. Like, whether you agree or you disagree with it, that's on you, okay? But this is an answer that the church gives. It's not something that's foreign. And I would just look into that a little bit more, okay? Like, obviously, like, if you want to talk about it some more, we can. I'll probably go live. Or I am going to go live again on Wednesday. Hit me up. If you see me live, just join, bro. And then we can rap a little bit more and talk a little bit more about discussion. It, right?
For sure. In closing, if I get 10 seconds of closing to respond to that.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure the disciples, as they saw what Jesus did, they did. And what it all sounds like to me is like, if anything, the Christians should become part of the Tawahedo Church, the Orthodox Tawahedo Church of the Ethiopians, you know, out of many one,
I'm Orthodox.
Because it sounds like the disciples. Yeah, it sounds okay. That's a lot. That's in alignment.
But I'm not Ethiopian Orthodox. I'm Antiochian Orthodox.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying the Tawahedo Church sounds like the best route based on what you're saying, because it's out of many one, but still separating the Trinity from the many. But okay. Hey, next time.
Yeah, bro.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, bro.
Church
no
history.
Problem.
It's nice talking to you, man. It's nice talking to you. I appreciate you.
We have the gospel.
All right. See you.
Likewise.
Focus on what's important.
All right, Suzuki.
You can be Orthodox. You can be Baptist. You can be whatever.
What's going on?
Yo, man, can you bring up Samurai? Yeah, can you bring up Samurai? Because again, we're like 2v2, you know.
Yeah,
2v2.
Word is asleep, but that's okay. We'll still have the conversation. All right, guys.
Yo, Samurai was good.
Yo. So crucifixion?
Yes, the crucifixion. So here's the question that hold on.
I'm gonna ask a question.
Here's the question that I'm asking you guys. Whenever we're talking about something like the crucifixion, whether it happened or whether it did not happen, do you believe that it's going to be what is more probable to believe as opposed to what is not more probable?
When you say probable, right, what is this like? For example, when you say probable, we could say that like qua a divine source, if it gives the descriptor of the crucifixion that it didn't happen, or there was like a scene of supernaturality, we could just appeal to that being more probable as it came from a divine source. If that's what you mean.
By probable, I mean that you have some type of reasoning with epistemic basis to believe it. So for instance, if you're just going to appeal to a divine source, then I can just appeal to a divine source and say, well, I don't believe it because of X. So I'm asking.
Well, we're going to use external evidence, though. That's the.
Okay.
But, I mean, I could just do this, right? Like under the epistemology of phenomenal conservatism, through the prima facie reading that there were negations of the crucifixion event happening, I could just appeal to that being more probable than the crucifixion actually happening, because we know that the early Jewish Christians actually denied the crucifixion, and there's scholarship showing that they were the inheritors of the apostolic church.
Okay. So this is what I'm asking you. So when it comes to this, is it going to be what's going to be more probable to believe as opposed to not? That's the question.
I just told you. Wait,
we just answered this. Can you repeat our answer?
You said that you're going to do an internal appealing to whatever internally and say, well, there are some Christians that
we didn't say that. When did we say that?
Okay,
wait, I mean, wait 1 second.
Okay, hold on. So then what did you say?
Okay. Okay, so this is what I said. I said through the epistemological view of phenomenal conservatism, through the prima facie reading that the early Jewish Christians actually denied this event happening, then we can conclude that it's more probable it didn't happen.
Okay, now watch this.
While the question, well, I'm still,
okay, now
I
watch this.
finished.
Hold on. Now watch this. Is
Why
that
are you interrupting me mid-answer? That's disrespectful.
Watch this.
Can you let him answer?
Watch this.
And we're going to use external evidence to either prop up our hypothesis.
Is that internal or external?
Internal qua what?
What do you mean internal according to what? Is that an internal critique or an external one? You said Jewish Christians, right?
Yeah, Jewish Christians, so like the Ebionites and Nazarenes. What's the issue with that?
Hold on. So is that internal or external?
Internal to the Jewish Christian Nazarenes, sure.
Okay, so why did you say that's not what I said? Even though the Ebionites, even though the Ebionites are not going to help you, don't gaslight me up here. Now,
you know why? You know why? Wait, I'll tell you why. That's not what I said. Because again, I was speaking through an epistemological viewpoint called phenomenal conservatism, qua prima facie reading. But again, you didn't mention that. You just instantly went up to say, "Okay, the Jews." Again, just repeat my whole answer next time so that we don't get any confusions here.
And well, okay, Eamon, do you agree that early Jewish Christians denied the crucifixion? Yes or no?
You said the Ebionites, right?
The Jewish Christians in a general collective. Yeah. Believe they.
Hold on a second. Hold on. You said the Ebionites, right?
It matters. It matters which group you're quoting.
DJ, one sec. I mean, I didn't restrict it to Ebionites only because I mentioned I didn't know the.
But again, that's hold on. Wait. But you said Ebionites, right?
Wait, I wasn't restricting.
We said Ebionites and Jewish Christians. We didn't only say Ebionites. No, it's like a tracking error number one.
We're wondering who are these Jewish Christians?
That's we could just quote. Yeah, we could quote the Nazarenes. Yeah, sure.
The Nazarenes. Okay, what source do you have? What source do you have for the Nazarenes?
Yeah, again, I literally told you that when we say Jewish Christians, that's just going to refer to the general collective. But you don't let me finish my sentences because I think you're scared, actually. But again,
go ahead and finish, bro, because the Ebionites are not going to help you. Go ahead.
No, you quoted the Ebionites and the Nazarenes.
Yeah, one sec, DJ. One sec, DJ. One sec.
Dude, it's okay. It's okay. It's Sasuke. Yeah, I watch Naruto, so it's okay. So the Ebionites, and the Nazarenes, believe in the crucifixion.
Yes. Right. That's why.
Wait, repeat that.
The Ebionites and the Nazarenes believe in the crucifixion.
Did you know that?
Okay, that's fine. Let's go to. Can you pull up Ignatius?
Wait, hold on.
I'm answering.
So do you reject?
Wait, DJ. Wait. You guys, wait, DJ. This is what someone's trying to say. You provided the proposition that the early Jewish Christians call the Ebionites and Nazarenes.
You said the Ebionites.
I'm still speaking. Sir.
Did you know that the Ebionites are from the crucifixion?
I'm still speaking.
I know you are.
I'm still speaking. Okay, please just don't interrupt. I want it to be respectful. So again, you made the proposition that the early Jewish Christians, i.e. the Ebionites, rejected the event of the crucifixion. This is why Samurai is contesting with that claim by bringing up Ignatius of Antioch. Okay, so just listen to him. It's simple.
So when Ignatius and when you go to Ignatius of Trallians and Magnesians, does it say the Ebionites or does it just talk about people who rejected the crucifixion?
Yeah,
it's talking about the Judaizers. Wait. It's talking about the Judaizers. How we see in Ignatius' letter Magnesian chapter 9 and 10. We did not only restrict to the Ebionites. It's like a tracking error number one. So you're just strong.
So why did you quote them?
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. I'm not even done. Let me finish.
So you agree the Ebionites?
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Look at them manifesting.
You're manifesting. You're like a cheerleader. You're like a side character. I want to hear you, Amen. Let me talk to DJ Real. My whole point is that we're not.
Yeah, bro. This
is his live. What are you talking about?
Let's just do this.
Wait, guys. Let's be respectful.
Wait, that's nice. Look, we did not.
Let's just hurry up and get you out of here, man. Let's just hurry up.
No. I mean, no.
I'm not gonna sit here and do this.
Okay, we'll be calm. We won't use any reference.
This is chapter 27, the heresy of the Ebionites. Section 5. The Sabbath and the rest of the discipline of the Jews they observe just like them, but at the same time, like us, they celebrate the Lord's Day as a memorial of the resurrection of the Savior. Why would he be resurrected if he wasn't crucified?
Okay, yeah, I'll clarify for that. So, could Samurai actually make his point before you make yours?
After you make your point, address this. Go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, so our point is going to be this. We didn't only restrict to the Ebionites, how we see. We go to Ignatius' letter Magnesian chapter 9 and 10, letter Trallians chapter 10. We see that this is referring to the Judaizers. Now, I can give you sources that The Judaizers, i.e. the Jewish Christians, denied the crucifixion, resurrection, and they only believe it was made to appear. So now I can give you evidence. That's not gonna be a high Docetism. I can give you
DJ, you hear this?
that. Let me finish.
Mhm.
Let me finish. I'm finishing. You're interrupting. I'm saying I can make a high probability of my hypothesis. That is referring to that they believe Jesus had a real body, but at certain events, they believe it was only made to appear so.
Okay. So before, you guys got to slow down. Like, take a deep breath. I know we're up on stage. You got to take a deep breath. So are you taking back the idea that the Ebionites and the Nazarenes believed that he didn't die? You taking that back?
I could say that Ebionites can just be a general reference to the Jewish Christians as they're in that
Do you
party.
take back?
Okay, so the Ebionites didn't believe in the crucifixion?
Yeah, we're confused.
Okay, I'm going to say this one more
did they
time.
not?
So when we say the Judaizers, that's just going to denote the Jewish Christians. The Ebionites would just be a part of that, like individual
What about the
referencing.
What about the Nazarenes? Let's read something. Saint Jerome letter to Augustine.
Wait.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
I'm talking about the Nazarenes.
We
I'm
let
talking
you
about
guys
the
talk.
Nazarenes.
Go ahead.
Because you mentioned the Nazarenes. Saint Jerome letter to Augustine, letter 75, chapter 4, section 13. The inheritance to this sect are known commonly as Nazarenes. They believe in Christ, the Son of God, born of Virgin Mary. They say he suffered under Pontius Pilate, rose again, and is the same one in whom we believe. So did the Nazarenes believe in the crucifixion or no?
Yeah, we would just make the case. First of all, we never said every Nazarene denied the crucifixion. That's gonna be like a blunder number one. That's just tracking error number two. Too.
Okay, so can you show me a
Let me
Nazarene?
finish. You asked a question.
Blunder number one.
You asked a
Blunder
question.
number one.
He already blundered on the
Show me the
Ebionites.
question.
He blundered on the
Show me the sect
Ebionites.
where the
Now
Nazarenes
he's
are the
blundering.
Ebionites.
Now he's
You
blundering.
asked the question.
Now he's blundering.
We're blundering.
You asked the
Bro, you've
question,
been
and I'm
blundering
answering.
all day, bro.
I'm answering.
Go ahead.
Amen. You haven't been doing nothing. You're doing nothing. What
Who
are you
brought
doing?
the source about the Ebionites?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
you didn't do
wait.
nothing.
Hold on a second.
Hold on a second. Hold on, Samurai. Hold on. Samurai, who brought the source about the Ebionites?
You brought the source of the Ebionites, and that did nothing.
Okay. So
No one made the
So now
point.
you
Yeah,
affirm. So now you affirm that you did nothing and I did something, right?
Nope, I brought a letter Ignatius. No.
You mean
Look,
the source
I
that
brought
DJ
Ignatius-
just refuted you on?
Let me finish. Nope. No one made the claim that every Nazarene. Let me finish.
Okay.
No one made the claim that every Nazarene denied the crucifixion. When did we say that? Did we say this? Did we say this? Yes or no?
Yeah, you said the Ebionites denied.
Oh, that's going to be a blunder.
We said every
Nazarenes.
Ebionites. We said every.
Hold on.
You said
You
the
have
Ebionites.
yet to bring a source that confirms the Ebionites
DJ,
or the
watch
Nazarenes.
watch this.
Wait.
Let's
Let
calm
me talk.
down. Take a deep breath. You have yet to bring a source that said the Ebionites or the Nazarenes denied the crucifixion. And guess what we did? Amina brought about the Ebionites, and I brought about the Nazarenes. So what happened?
Okay.
So do you have a source?
Yes, we're going to
What's
make the
the
case
source?
that the Ebionites are in the clash of being a Jewish Christian, and I can give you evidence from Ignatius' letters. He's talking to the Jewish
So it's not
Christians.
gonna name
Let me
them.
finish. You asked a question. Shush. You asked a question. Let me teach you.
This
real
is
quick.
embarrassing, bro.
Take a deep breath.
Yeah, take a deep breath,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
Take a
fine.
sip of water. You said you said
Hey, man,
you
hey.
said you were gonna be you
Yeah,
said
I
you were
can't
gonna
finish.
belt me, and you're the one getting
You're getting
belted.
belted. You're not. Can I finish?
You're
I can't
literally
finish.
getting belted right
Can-
now. I'm sunning
Can't
you.
finish.
Let him bring
One second.
let him bring Trillians.
Go ahead.
Let him bring
Go ahead. Bring
nations
your
to Trillians.
source. Had that delay. Go ahead. Bring it.
Yeah, so I brought up Ignatius' Latter Magnesium chapter 9 and 10 and Trillian chapter 10. Now, the case is, DJ, does Ignatius say the Jewish Christians, what I can give evidence because the next chapter reveals is referring to the Judaizers. Does Ignatius say that these Jewish Christians denied the crucifixion? It's a yes or no, straight economy.
Okay. Let's say they're Jewish. Okay, and let's go to Trillians, okay? Yeah, it
Wait,
says
sorry,
chapter 10
did I-
verse hold on.
I did bring up
Hold on.
Trillians.
I'm answering. You did bring up Trillians.
I brought up
Are
Magnesius
you
9.
kidding
I'm
me?
saying in Magnesius 9.
Magnesius?
9.
That's fine. Chapter 9. Let's say it's talking about Jewish Christians. Let's see if they believed in the real body. In chapter 11 of Magnesians, it says, but be fully convinced of the birth and suffering of the resurrection. Why is he imploring them to be fully convinced of his birth?
Yeah, watch this. Because we see, I can make the evidence that they're going to hold to the light Docetism, not hard Docetism. I can give you scholarship.
Oh.
Make me big screen. Make me big screen.
What is he being fully
I'm bringing you
convinced of the
scholars
birth of?
because you're going to be conflating that they hold to a hard Docetism, which I can make the evidence that did not hold to a hard Docetism. Make me big screen. I'm about to give you a quote.
So you have to bring a scholar?
Of course. Can you wait? He gives a justification though. You want to hear the justification? Make me big screen.
What's the justification?
Yeah, make him big screen. That's the thing. Make him big screen.
Who, Samurai? Okay, watch this, guys.
He's been literally asking.
Can I watch this, guys? He's literally going to bake himself with this. This is actually embarrassing.
I'm going to bake myself. So what source am I going to bring up?
It doesn't matter, and I'm going to show you why it doesn't matter. Bring the source. Bring it.
Okay, so what book is this? What book is this?
I have
this
no
is the formation
idea.
of the early church.
No
let me finish.
No idea.
Let me finish.
Just
I'm going to teach you.
Read the quote. Hold on, guys. He's going to read his quote, and I'm going to show how it bakes him. Go ahead.
Yep, that's fine. So we have the formation of the early. Let me kind of fix it a little bit. Hold on. Let me crop it up. Can you make my screen like a little shrink? Like shrink it up?
Dude, no, dude. I don't even know how to do that. You do it.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. So I'm just reading here that it says, though most scholars take these to be Docetites, there is some serious problem with this theory. Unlike other unknown Docetites, let me finish.
Most scholars?
Let me finish.
That quote already
Let me
bakes you.
finish.
Are you
Let
kidding
me
me?
finish. You're already panicking. I can't
So
finish.
you have to appear. You have to appeal to
They
like
give a justification, you doofus. Are you dumb? They give a justification.
It's okay, DJ. That's not even the point that I was going to bake him on. But he baked himself.
I can't even finish.
Go ahead.
I can't even finish.
Go ahead.
I can't finish. So shut up. Shut up. Yeah. There are some serious problems with this theory. Unlike other Docetites, the preachers whom Ignatius attacked did not proclaim a separate God that is superior to the creator God. Furthermore, their activity must be dated clearly earlier than the Saturnians, whose theology has been presented as the most likely parallel to him. The poems of Ignatius do not reveal that his opponents will have denied the earthly body of Jesus, but rather focuses on the heavenly Christ. Virgin birth, the suffering, some scholars suggest. So we see in this scholar, he's making the claim that Ignatius, the people that he's warning about, they did not deny Jesus' real body. They're just going to be denying some certain events. That's my whole point I'm trying to make.
What are the certain events that they're denying?
Let me finish. Certain events like the crucifixion, literature in chapter 10, they believe it was only made to appear so. That's my trying to make.
Okay.
Now,
there's a distinction. Wait. There's a distinction between light Docetism and hard Docetism. What's the distinction between the two? What's the distinction?
Okay, DJ, do you want to ask your question first, or do you want me to go?
No, answer my question.
I'll make the point here real quick. Notice in his own thing he read, he said most scholars believe it's talking about Docetus. But that's funny because I can just make the case without appealing to any scholar. As Amin already said, what did they need to be convinced of? That he died and that he was born. So of course it's talking about Docetus. Why did they need to be convinced he was born? And if we go to Trallians, you quoted chapter 10, in the very previous chapter, section 9, one of the family member, David, the one of Mary, he who was truly born. Why did we need to be convinced he was truly born? He truly both ate and drank and truly was preserved by Pontius Pilate, truly was crucified and truly died. Why are they trying to convince us he was truly born?
I just answered this.
Why do they need to be convinced he was truly born?
I just answered this, and you don't ask a question to my question. Answer my question first. I asked you a question.
You did not answer.
You didn't answer.
You just said a scholar said
you didn't
this.
You didn't answer my question. You're asking questions to my question.
Hold on a second.
You did not answer. You just said.
I did answer.
Hold on, Samurai.
Let me finish.
Hold on.
Certain events.
We heard you. Hold on. Remember at the start of the conversation, this is why I said my question I'm about to ask you bakes you. Remember at the start of the conversation, I set the ground rules and I said, are we going to believe, or is the criteria on whether or not something is going to be true where the crucifixion is concerned is if it's more probable
or not? Yep.
Yeah, and I said that my hypothesis can have higher probability because I can give you many external evidence, and you have no. Let me finish. Hold on. I can't even finish. I can't even finish.
Hold on, DJ. What was the first quote in the thing that he read? What was the first thing it said? Didn't it say that the majority of the squad? Didn't it say that the majority of the scholars don't take his position?
That's what we pointed out.
Yeah, and there's some problems with it.
Hold on, Samurai, relax.
Let me finish. Let me finish,
guys. Don't mute him. Don't mute him. Wait, Samurai.
Yeah, let me finish.
Samurai, stop. So according to the criteria that we set, if it's more probable, then that's going to be what we're going to go with. The source you brought up said that it's not more probable. And then he gives a justification as to why it's not more probable. But all I have to do is just ask you this. You're arguing for this particular case Because you're saying that these people were originally what, Muslims? That they had an Islamic idea?
That's a blunder. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, no.
Keep going.
Hold on. Is that why you're arguing? Are you done? Hold on a second. Is that why you're arguing for it?
Let me finish. Can I finish?
Hold on.
Let me finish.
Is that why you said? Is that why you said?
I can't finish.
Is that why you said it only appeared that he was crucified?
Oh my gosh. The reason I said he made a blunder because you made the point that I said, yeah, it's going to have the probability. But you made the point that, oh yeah, some scholars, majority said that they said this is you brought said. I'm making the. Let me finish. I'm saying that it can be light Docetism, not hard Docetism. You low tier. What's the distinction between low Docetism and high Docetism?
The source
What's the distinction between the
source you brought? Did it say that it's more probable? Did it say that the majority of scholars believed in the opposite of what you brought?
Look, hold on, I just answered this. I just answered the second time.
Yes or no?
I'm saying this.
Yes or no?
Let me finish.
Dichotomy. Yes or no?
Answering. I'm qualifying low tier. I'm qualifying low tier interlocutor. I'm qualifying. I'm qualifying.
Answer the question. True dichotomy, like you said.
You're panicking.
Nobody's panicking.
You're panicking.
This is embarrassing.
I just said that the scholars that says referring to Docetism, they do not give a justification, and this is trouble. This is problematic because we see that the people that was arguing with Ignatius, they did not believe in a separate God. They did not believe in two creators. How the hard Docetism, they believed it. So we're gonna make the most high probable case.
What does that have to do with Jesus being crucified?
Let me finish. I'm answering. Because the people that believe this is referring to Docetism, I can make this claim it's referring to light Docetism. So can you tell me the distinction? Answer the question. You've been dodging. What's the distinction between light Docetism and hard Docetism?
Yo, like DJ, do you hear this, bro? How does this answer my question?
Answer the question. I'm gonna answer the question.
Let's say we don't know, and let's say what does that do for you? Go ahead.
This is what I'm trying to understand. So was Jesus crucified or not?
Let me teach you. Let me teach you.
Hold on.
Okay, let's say we don't know, and that's fine. No, I actually want to see. I actually want to see what this does for him.
Now, hard Docetism, let me teach you because you're actually a low tier. Let me teach you. The distinction between hard Docetism and light Docetism. Hard Docetism is going to be what? They did not believe that Jesus had a real body at all. Everything he did was made to appear so. Light Docetism is is when they believe that Jesus had a real body, but at certain events like the virgin birth, the crucifixion, they believe was only made to appear so. That's my whole point I'm trying to make. And this justification that
wait, hold on.
I'm not done.
So we got this. No, I gotta interrupt you here.
I'm not done.
Bro, Samurai, stop, dude.
I'm not done.
Take a sip of water. Take a deep breath.
We hear you.
We hear you, bro. We've already made this point 1,000 times.
Yeah, my justification. This when we referring to light Docetists because we see who is Ignatius is arguing to that they did not posit a higher separate God.
So was Jesus crucified or not, bro? Was he crucified or not?
I can't finish.
Can you answer the question?
I mean, can I make this
you're not asking. Let me ask a question. I'm not asking.
Hold on.
The Jewish Christians did not believe he was crucified. They believe.
Okay.
Let me finish. Okay. I'm not done. Like you're just like
no, Samurai. You made the point. You made the point about light Docetism and hard. Samurai, just calm down, man.
No,
you
DJ,
made the point. You're talking 5,000 words a minute. Okay.
Okay. You can't talk. So let me.
All right. So you made the point, Samurai. No, you made the point, Samurai. You made the point.
I'm not answering if you don't let me finish.
Hold on, Samurai.
I just need 10 seconds.
Dude, this is embarrassing, bro. Stop talking.
No, this is embarrassing for you. This is embarrassing for y'all.
Talking, bro.
Okay, Samurai. We get it.
I can't even get to my judgment.
Wait, DJ, I have one question.
No.
Let
DJ go.
What do you mean no?
He thought he landed a point about hard Docetism.
He never said he finished.
Was I done, DJ? Wait, DJ, was I done? Was I done?
Yes, you made the point about hard Docetism and light Docetism.
No, I was not done.
Dude.
I was not done. No.
Samurai,
you're making the point.
Move you down, dude.
Samurai, please don't make me mute you, dude. Please don't make me mute you. Stop.
Give me 10 seconds. Just give me 10 seconds.
You've already had 10 seconds. Let DJ go.
Oh my God.
DJ, go.
Let me finish.
Okay, hold on.
Let me finish. I'm not going to answer.
Samurai, dude.
Stop.
Give me 10 seconds.
This is embarrassing.
DJ's making the point.
This is getting embarrassing, man.
Samurai,
you're getting embarrassed.
Samurai,
Let me finish. Let me
control yourself, dude.
DJ said this is referred to hard Docetism. I'm trying to make the point.
Okay,
let me finish.
Let me
give a justification.
We heard your arguments. We heard the arguments.
I'm not doing my argument. You doofus. Are you stupid? I'm not doing my argument. You're dumb. You're doing my argument.
Guys, watch this. Look, everybody be quiet and let Samurai go. He's on his period. He's he's profusely bleeding. Just let him go, and then we'll go after him.
Enough with the shitty rhetoric and actually let us.
Yeah, you're a rhetoric.
He's the one with the shitty rhetoric. He literally keeps. You have the shitty rhetoric,
cross-licker, pagan. Yeah, pagan. Yeah.
I know you want to get kicked. I know you want to get kicked.
I want to stay.
But I'm not going to kick you because you're about to get this belt. Go ahead and make your point. Stay. Go ahead and make your point.
Yeah. The reason why, shut up like a good boy you are. The reason why it's not gonna be a hard Docetism, because we see when Ignatius argued with these people, they did not posit a higher separate God opposed to the creator. That's why my case to be more probable. Now I'm gonna ask one of y'all. Give me where Ignatius, when he's warning about these people, about these Judaizers, show me where they posit a higher separate God. Show me where. Because that's what the hard Docetism hold it to. It's a strong argument for science. So I'm gonna ask you, give me the evidence.
That has nothing to do with this.
You're stupid.
So
it does.
let me address this point. You said that supposed scholar, which you already quote, said most scholars agree that's Docetus, said he had the other scholars, the most scholars that you quoted, had no justification. You know what the justification is? The very context, chapter 11. That's why he's arguing he was fully convinced of his birth, suffering, and resurrection. Why does he have to be fully convinced of the birth if they believe he has some type of body? Tertullians, again, chapter 9, he who was truly born. Again, some reason they have to be convinced he was truly born and truly ate. Oh my goodness, sounds like these people don't believe he had a body to eat, to be born, to drink, was truly persecuted by Pontius Pilate. Notice, none of this says it's the Ebionites or the Nazarenes. By the way, the Nazarenes came later. And then also, there's something called the Theodosians who believe Jesus had a real body. I bet you don't know about that. But guess what? They also believe he was crucified. So you actually have to bring an actual source that shows, that has people believing he had a real body and denied the crucifixion. Because this is weak. You need to bring, hold on, Samurai. You need to bring an actual source that actually believes this. And guess what? We have sources earlier that say he was crucified. So bring a better source that believe. No, bring a better source that actually says the Ebionites and the Nazarenes denied the crucifixion.
I don't think you heard me. The reason why, the point that I made, it's going to be important because we know if they're going to hold to a hard Docetism, if they brought a separate God, because the hard Docetism believed in what?
What does that have to do with the crucifixion? That has nothing to do with the crucifixion. Guys, watch this. Go ahead, prove it. How?
Let me finish. Because we know the hard Docetisms posited a higher separate God opposed to the creator. Ignatius come out for this, the virgin birth, the crucifixion, the resurrection. Why would he not call them out for this? Why? So that's why I'm trying to make, when the scholar says is Docetus, is going to be light Docetism. You low tier interlocutor, y'all are all stupid. That's my whole point I'm trying to make. So we expect evidence. Let me finish. We would expect evidence.
So where's the source?
From Ignatius. I just gave you the source from the scholar, you idiot. You can't even
Hold on a second. So you have a source where the Ebionites say Jesus was not crucified?
Wait, that's going to be like a striking error number 3. You're not listening.
Do you have a source or not, dude?
Oh my God. Repeat what I said. Let's see if you're listening. Let's repeat what I said.
You're making a decision.
Yeah, you're talking about hard Docetism and a light Docetism that has nothing to do with the crucifixion.
It does.
Oh my God.
You're so stupid.
You're saying because because there are two different gods, that there's an idea of hard Docetism and light Docetism amongst these different Gnostic groups, or amongst the Gnostic group that you're saying. What we're saying is we brought you sources in the same source you brought that says that Jesus was truly crucified, truly died. I even brought up a source of the Ebionites, where it says that the Ebionites believed that Jesus was resurrected from the dead and that they observed it. So now we're asking you for a source. Were they?
Y'all are.
Like,
oh my God.
Samurai. Here's why.
No, let me
No,
finish.
Samurai. Hold on, Samurai. No.
Let me finish.
Here's why. Here's why that has
let me
nothing.
finish.
No.
Let me finish.
Here's why quoting a second
Let me
higher God has
you're on
nothing
zero
to
volume.
do
You're
with
talking to yourself. You're all
Samurai.
in
Okay.
zero volume. Let me talk.
I'm about to just mute this dude.
Yeah,
Shut
just
up.
get him out of this.
So hold on,
Let
Samurai, dude.
Just
Look,
get
Sasuke, bro. You like need to
Y'all
get
just-
your dude, bro. Like for
Y'all
real.
even
Wait,
about
Sasuke,
to.
wait. I have just one question.
No.
If someone is trying to speak, we should have respect for why are you guys interrupting each other?
What?
No, he's not being
Right,
respectful
he's not
because
being
he
respectful,
keeps talking
dude.
like a mile.
Because our
He's
interrupting.
he's literally screaming
interrupting.
and
Okay,
hyperventilating.
but I mean, okay. I mean, sure. I'll do one thing. If you let Samurai speak, let's see if he is quote unquote disrespectful according to you.
Samurai,
Yeah,
if
so let me
you
speak.
bring up, if you say the same freaking thing you just said last time, dude, I'm muting you and letting DJ
You didn't
go.
deal with it. No, you didn't deal with it. You didn't
What
deal
do
with
you
it.
mean I didn't?
Well, let me
sources.
bring-
What are you talking about?
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
DJ, go ahead, man.
Why are you meeting me? Why are you meeting
DJ,
me?
go
No, let me
ahead.
finish. Let me finish.
Yeah, hold
Y'all
on,
panicking.
Samurai. Here's
No,
why
DJ,
your
you
point
hold on.
makes.
Let me finish.
Hold on.
Samurai,
Hold
the
on,
next
Samurai.
time you
Calm down,
interrupt, dude,
please.
I'm literally dropping you, bro. Shut up.
No. Let me finish. Let me finish.
No,
You're
Samurai,
panicking.
I'm
All of y'all are
addressing your
panicking.
point
Let me
about the
finish.
hard docetism and the light docetism again. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
drop
so
you.
I
I
was
dropped
gonna
you,
ask-
and then I'll bring you back up after DJ finishes his statement. Go ahead.
Yeah. So here's why that has nothing to do when you're talking about higher God, lower God, when it has nothing to do with the crucifixion. You know why? Because there's a bunch of different types of Ebionites. There's a bunch of different types. You know, there's
DJ, I'll
some that
explain.
talk. Wait,
Oh, my
Sasuke,
bad.
real quick. Sorry, man. So real quick, there's Ebionites who believe that you can become Christ just like Jesus if you follow all the laws. There's some who believe that he wasn't a virgin birth, some who did. There's also ones who, from Cerinthius, I believe, that talks about how Christ was a spirit, came down and rested on Jesus, but he was still crucified. You know what? They all agreed.
Well, this is interesting.
They all agreed he was crucified, the one who had a body. So all these different types of Ebionites.
I'm literally going to bring him
all
back up
agree on
now.
the crucifixion.
Just been riding shotgun on
Yeah,
this,
in Ignatius's congregation, when he's denoting the Docetists denying the crucifixion, Samurai is just denoting that the Docetists in this case wouldn't be holding to Saturnian Docetism, they'd be holding to light Docetism, as the scholarship says, and that was his point. But you guys kept on interrupting him for no reason whatsoever. That's why I said let him speak so he can get his point across. And if you would like to respond to his point, then that's fine. So could you rise Samurai back up?
I literally sent him an invite.
Okay, I heard that point, Sasuke. There's a difference between hard docetist and light docetist. And I heard these terms before. I didn't care if you wanted to explain it, have his point.
Okay, so y'all are all panicking. Y'all are all panicking. I'm stopping. All y'all suck. Y'all are all panicking.
Wait, I mean, don't drop.
Let me finish. If I get muted one more time, I'm dropping.
There's no point in talking to a
we don't care if you leave, bro. You've been getting belted this whole time.
You're a side character. Who are you?
You're the only one that's been getting belted this whole time.
Hold
on. We've brought 3 sources.
Hold on, you. Let me finish now.
And even the source you brought, shut up, dude. Even the source you brought conceded to my original question that I asked you. I asked you, when it comes to the crucifixion, are we to believe what is more probable?
The problem is that there's some serious problems.
Bro.
Let me finish.
Shut
up. Let me finish.
The source you brought literally said what I said, that the majority of scholars do not agree with this. So bring a source that says that the Ebionites.
So you're a low tier interlocutor. Yeah, you're actually a low tier. The reason why, don't.
Yeah, bro, shut up, dude.
Yeah, get this.
I mean, did I not say that you guys shouldn't interrupt him? When he came in, why did DJ
he came in blasting? What are you talking about? Come on.
Wait,
I was in the middle of responding.
You know nobody can have a conversation with that dude, bro. You know
one thing.
Sasuke, I was responding to you, right? And I was in the middle of responding to you. I let you finish, and I was responding to you. And as soon as he came up, he started blasting away.
Wait, was my last sentence not okay? Let Samurai rise back up so he can speak. And you also give the cause that once DJ is done speaking regarding the point Samurai made, and then you would let Samurai back up and let him speak. But again, instantly you guys were interrupting, and then it came back to this. So again, I'm kind of
Sasuke, you admit he was the one interrupting me as soon as he came up here, right?
What do you mean by interrupting?
I was responding to what you said, and as soon as he came back up, he was interrupting me, correct?
I couldn't hear you, so I wouldn't be able to determine that.
Really, you couldn't hear, bro?
I mean, no, I didn't hear DJ's point. I didn't hear DJ's point, but I mean, since this conversation didn't
I'll let him back.
Like,
I will let him back up one more time, bro. I'm just being honest with you.
Right,
if he starts manifesting and screaming and bleeding down the side of his leg, I'm literally kicking him.
Bleeding down the side of his leg.
I'm sorry. It's just
no. We can debate this.
One more engagement.
No, we're here to debate the crucifixion. That's what he said he was going to belt me on, and he's been getting belted this whole time.
Yeah, but then you guys, you dropped him. You dropped him 2 times. That's just going to make it less likely.
Why do you think I dropped him?
Keep it dropping.
Why do you think I dropped him?
I don't know why I'm getting dropped. Y'all all suck.
Okay.
Amen sucks.
Samurai, one thing. Samurai, wait, guys, one second. I'm telling you, right? Like, let him speak and don't interrupt.
He can speak, but he just keeps repeating the same thing, and he's not answering our question. Go ahead.
I am. I literally am. I am.
Go ahead.
The problem with this call is that Holtus is a bad reason and it has horrible justification. The point I'm trying to make. We know if they're a high Docetists if they believe in a separate God. The one that Ignatius arguing with, did they believe in a separate God? That's a yes or no.
According to what you're saying, I guess
my goodness.
did, right?
They did? They did? Give me the evidence.
Hold on, wait, Samurai. This is your position. I don't know. Did they or did they not?
Wait, no, I did not. No, you can't try. My position, the one that denied the crucifixion, did not believe in a separate God. You just blundered. That's a blunder. No, they didn't. That's a blunder.
Samurai.
You just blundered.
Samurai,
You're an idiot.
Samurai, this is your position. I don't know your position. I'm asking.
So you haven't been tracking.
Samurai, listen to me very carefully. I'm asking you to present your position. So are you
And I just did. What was my position?
Okay, so are you saying that the ones that believed in a higher God believed in a light Docetism or a higher? I'm trying to understand. What are you saying here?
So okay. The one that believe in a separate God, like 2 creators, that is hard Docetism. Y'all are making the point that the one that denied the crucifixion is hard Docetism, correct?
Okay, now here's the question. Why is this relevant?
No, don't ask the question to my question. Answer the damn question.
Bro,
don't ask the question to my question.
Samurai,
yes or no?
Samurai, this is not my position. I'm asking you, why is this relevant?
What? That's not your position. That's what DJ is trying to say, you idiot. Do you know what hard Docetism is? What is hard Docetism?
Dude. Is this dude okay, bro?
No, you're stupid.
Like Sasuke, like for real. Like, do you hear this?
You need to put a leash on this dude. Like,
and
send him back to
on
school.
You. No, y'all have not been
Send him back to school and like.
Wait, guys, wait. I can get Samurai's frustration because you haven't been tracking at all. He's already clarified what the difference between hard and light Docetism is going to be.
And I'm asking.
I'm still speaking.
Go ahead.
Hard Docetism, just to know.
Yeah,
Hard Docetism just denotes Satinian Docetism, which denotes that there's going to be a separate God, i.e. 2 creators. Samurai made this distinction like 5 times, but because you haven't been tracking and just interrupting the entire conversation, you don't even know what he's trying to talk about. You can't even still man his position.
Okay.
Now, Sasuke
and Samurai. No, hold on.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Stop, Samurai.
Stop interrupting me. Let me add on. Let me build.
Sasuke, Sasuke, bro. Like for real, bro.
Let me. Can I build up? Can I build up?
No, wait. I mean, I'm telling you.
I need to ask Samurai this.
Let me build
up.
We
interacted.
Oh my god,
dude. We interacted with your hard Docetism.
Your friend just presented your position, and now we're gonna respond.
And I'm adding on. And I'm adding on.
I mean, he's elaborating, which is why I want to speak with DJ Roll.
Wait, no, because I need this answered.
No, answer my question. Don't ask me my question.
I already answered about the light Docetism.
No, you didn't.
Hold on.
Can you show me? That's not my question. Can you show me that the Docetism? Let me finish.
Goodness, dude, no, stop.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude.
Stop.
I'm not freaking doing this, bro.
I'm telling you, Samurai was trying to reiterate his question, and DJ was like, nah. I'm not. Why is he interrupting? And Samurai's trying to reiterate the question
because I need to clarify with him. He already made his point about hard Docetism.
Wait, DJ, did Samurai just not say that wasn't the question he was asking? Which is why I was trying to ask the question.
He already made his point about hard Docetism and light Docetism.
Did he not say he was going
to? I need to make sure that he tracked what my justification was. That all the other scholars, as he quoted, most scholars said it's Docetism. I need to make sure he caught my justification. Now, Sasuke, did you know what I quoted to prove my justification?
Yeah, you were quoting, I think it was Tertullian's, and it was like the chapter before talking about David believing in a virgin, a physical body, etc., etc.
No, okay. You kind of keep track. I'll have some mercy on you. So My justification was the very previous freaking chapter.
Thank you.
Where he says he was truly born. He said he was truly born. He truly ate and drank.
I literally have it on my screen right now. Like literally, I'm reading from it right now.
Exactly. There's a reason why most scholars say it's Docetus in regards to the crucifixion. I don't care if you want to say it's or Docetus with, lower God, higher God. What is it about the crucifixion? Because there's many different types of groups, as I said about the Ebionites.
Oh, I know.
The same with Magnesians. And if we go to, I can even quote the Smyrnans. So again, he's fighting against the Docetus so often. So I need an actual, more firm source where it's talking about Ebionites or Nazarenes, which actually come later.
I'll clarify. When in the letter to Magnesians, chapter 9, when Ignatius is denoting that people deny the crucifixion, as does Trallians and Smyrnians, right?
Honestly.
He's denoting that they deny the crucifixion, and Trallians already denote them as Jewish Christians. Well, Samurai was trying to show that these groups could have been seen as Docetus or Ignatius as polemic, right? And he's showing how in the scholarship there's going to be a distinction between light Docetism and hard Docetism, right? In hard Docetism, right, it shows dual God cosmology. However, the polemic Ignatius was giving doesn't show that the opponents were actually believing in a dual God cosmology due to there being an absence, right? So they didn't believe in supreme God dualism. And Ignatius's adversaries also lacked this belief. So Samurai was showing us just going to be light Docetism, which still supports a body, right? So again, you still weren't letting Samurai making his question because you kept on interrupting for no reason whatsoever. So again, why weren't you letting him answer his question? And since you weren't letting him, I don't want to continue this crucifixion topic, and I want to go into another one.
Wait, Sasuke, let me respond to you. I listened out to you. You're being respectful. So I don't care if he's not writing about the dual God, who made two gods who made the world. The topic is the crucifixion. And who cares? It doesn't matter if he's writing about the dual gods who made the world. It matters what did they believe about Christ.
And that part.
So that's why in the very context he have yet to interact with this. In the very context, why does he have to convince these people he was truly born?
Exactly. And that's why I kept asking Sasuke. I said, whether you believe that it's light Docetism or hard Docetism, that's your position. That's not ours. I could care less whether it's light or hard.
But again, I mean, the fact, you know why Samurai was frustrated?
Hold on, bro. The reason I said that is because there's two problems that not you, because I don't know if you're arguing for it. That's his position. But the reason why I said this would be problematic is that's the reason when we first started this conversation, I asked, we're going to believe when it comes to the crucifixion, what is more probable? In this particular situation, if he's arguing that these group of Christians held to a more Islamic belief, then these groups that he's referring to are in the same boat as you Muslims. Because now all I have to do is ask, why does that position hold more explanatory power than the opposite? Why should I believe that it was made to appear that Jesus was crucified as opposed to him actually being crucified? I could never get there because he literally kept screaming and saying, let me finish, like he was in some porn video. Yeah, I know. So look, Samurai, I literally will bring you up one more time. I'm only doing this because your friend Sasuke is actually being charitable. He's being a normal person.
I'm not. Anyway, guys, we can call it there. Kick back, easy stream. It looks like we were dealing more with Catholicism and church fathers and all of that. Interesting stuff, but nothing I'm really too concerned with. So, if I feel like going live late night, I will. Otherwise, I'll see you guys Sunday, and we'll probably do our own personal dive and then some Christian Prince, and we're gonna try and grow this TikTok so we can flip and get these debates going. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Love you. Believe in the gospel of Jesus Christ, and you will be saved.